Hello, my name is Reinhard Heine from Heine Ontwerp. In this video I would like to show you how to make 4 different radii into one curve, one single curve, in this case a rectangle, on the sharp corners, measured here by the discontinuity component. In Grasshopper you would want to use the component fillet to be able to do this, but what you see is happening is that you get 4 curves with each one a different radii in each corner. This is not what you want. Now, the first method to do this is by iteration. You're going to use 4 iterative steps to complete one single curve with 4 different radii in the corners. So the first step is with this corner here 0. So the T there is the first T, that's 0, also as a T, 0. And the first R, which is 0, the first R is 5, so here you get the fillet. Let's switch this off. But what you see happening is that the curve now has 3 discontinuities instead of 4. So you have to take that into account by going to the next step. So again, you have to use this discontinuity to measure that. And you can see here that there's 3 points instead of 4 and 3 T's instead of 4. So the first T from this curve is now the T1. You input that in here, and for the R you got the second R from the list. So in Grasshopper that means here the 1, so 0, 1, so this is the second one, and that's 9. This is the resulting fillet. Switch off these. So you can see that works because this is one curve with 2 fillets. Now if you repeat that 2 more times, you go to the end result, which is a single curve with the 4 fillets that you want. So that works. You can see that it works, but it takes a long time, especially when you have very complicated curves with lots of discontinuities. Yeah, then it takes a hell of a lot of time. It can take a hell of a lot of time. To solve that, Anemone, a plugin from Grasshopper, has a solution by using a loop system, a loop algorithm in which these iterative steps are integrated, more or less. Actually, it's a repetition of 4 the same steps. Is integrated here in 4 loops. Now Grasshopper, that's this plugin, and I'm using this Anemone component fast loop end, fast loop start. You can see it here, fast loop start, fast loop end. And the first input you have to give is the amount of loops that's incorporated. Well, it's 4, it's the 4 corners. These are the 4 T's that are measured here by the discontinuity. And actually, for the input, you take the first T there, which is the 0. And this is the first curve, which is the rectangle. The components here, this is the amount of loops. And each step, it increases with 1 step. So if you have 4 steps here defined, You start with step 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 4 it stops. Each time it goes through this loop end, it goes back here. So the next curve is the second type of curve after the discontinuity. And it puts this component again. So you can see this is a very simple notation for this algorithm, and it does this 4 times. So it's more or less the same, only much easier to do, especially when you have a lot of discontinuities. Switch up this one. Now this is the first step. You can see that's the first step. Fillet. You can see here a new discontinuity with 3 that goes in here in the T. This goes into the curve, goes back, does that 4 times. The end result is this curve. Much easier, much faster than the algorithm here is processed. Okay, hopefully you can apply this. Some project that you're doing. It's a very powerful tool, the Anemone tool. You can use it lots of circumstances, and it makes Grasshopper very strong tool. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.